This is the world of company secretaries. On this channel, you can watch interviews with company secretaries across the world. Make sure you subscribe and hit that bell icon. When did you start, like you practice immediately after law, you started with your family firm, and how difficult or challenging was it? That is one part of the question. Second part of the question is, how did you have the edge over others because of your CS background in litigation?
Of course, I must say I had a platform ready to join my mother. The moment I completed my law, I enrolled and I joined her office. So I was taught by her more than the subject. I would say the principles of livelihood or principles of life become important. When you actually learn from a senior, what you learn about the subject is probably only 25% or 30%, which really takes you forward. But what you really learn is the quality of your senior. How you actually, what is the principle of
Values.
You learn the value of values. So that becomes crucial. So I learned a lot of things from her. And of course, I was in her office for around 2 years, after which my mother felt that I must join another office to actually have that distant relationship. So I actually learn things as a junior would learn. So I joined Sundar Swami Ramdas and Anand. And I must say, I learned a lot there under Mr. Naganand and Mr. S.S. Ramdas. Both are senior counsels. So the point is, and the next question was whether it was, whether the knowledge of CS helped me in the legal profession. Now, I must say, in law, we learn the jurisprudential aspect of any subject becomes crucial for us to understand the topic. So in fact, I learned company law inside out when I was doing my CS, or in my CS, I learned company law inside out. But the jurisprudential part, the jurisprudence, the subject of jurisprudence was learned by me in law. In fact, for you to understand any law, you have to understand the jurisprudence of the subject. Now, if you have company law, you have to understand the jurisprudence of company law. Civil law, it's jurisprudence. Criminal law, jurisprudence. So what happens is you understand the common sense of that subject. You get a grasp of the subject. So what happens is when you actually get a feel of the subject by getting down its jurisprudence, you can actually understand what is common, what is possible, what is not possible, what are the limitations, why has this law developed in this field, what are the contours within which you will have to play the game, what are the limitations, how high can you go? So these are things that we actually learn. That is why, in fact, I must say, when I was doing my CS course, I felt, of course, when we learn CS course, they would say, what is a proprietorship, what is a partnership, what is a company, different forms of business. Now, in fact, that provoked me or probably inspired me to learn more on the various forms of businesses or various structures. So I learned, the jurisprudence of various aspects relating to a proprietorship, an LLP, a partnership, a trust, a company, multi-state cooperative society, a society registered under the Societies Act 1960. So I ensure that I understand, a trust, the Trust Act. I must say trust, till I learned the jurisprudence of trust, I never knew trust was such a powerful engine, such a powerful institution. So I learned these things and specialized on every side. And luckily, I had on the hand experience relating to various litigations when I got into practice. So that was one big advantage. So I had learning on the one side, and I also had the opportunity to experience and do research on various aspects in various litigations.